For years, critics have warned that Test cricket is on life support. Look at the empty stands in Durban, Port of Spain, or even parts of India, and it's easy to believe them. 5 days is too long for a short attention span world, right? But before we write the obituary for a 147-year-old format, we need to look past the empty seats. Is Test cricket actually dying, or is it undergoing the most drastic evolution in sports history? Let's find out in this video.
Hello guys, my name is King Shukra and in today's video we will be deep diving about Test cricket's future. Is it is dying or is it evolving? We will find out all this along with the data and the metrics. Critics say that Test cricket is dying and because of the physical attendance records in many stadiums across the globe, excepting the big three, England, Australia, and India. We will be deep diving into all the metrics, all the datas about the Test cricket's physical stadium attendance. But actually, what it is that it may not be the physical attendance record, but it is the other way of watching Test cricket, and it is kind of helping the market across India, across the globe, to develop the countries where the Test cricket is played, to develop in a different way, in a digital way. So we will find out all this in this video. Stay tuned till the very end. So let's start the section 1 with the big 3. So now in big 3 there will be a divide, as firstly in England and Australia. If we talk about England and Australia, the numbers are different from India, because Test cricket is very popular in England and Australia, both the countries, because of the famous Ashes series and the Boxing Day Test played in Australia. So also the pink ball test, which is very often played in Australia, if in Border Gavaskar Trophy or in Ashes also, a pink ball match is played. So I think Test cricket is very popular there because of this kind of things, and especially in England where the home of cricket, Lords, is there. I think Test cricket popularity is very common. And I think the numbers, if you see in England and Australia, the numbers there are 85 to 90%. I am saying the physical attendance capacity in England, in both the countries, is about 85 to 90%, and that's a very good number in terms of Test cricket's survival. I think it's a very good number. And actually, if you see the physical attendance record is very good when series like India versus England and India versus Australia, or obviously Ashes is played there, that people in England or Australia, both the countries, people come out in large numbers to support their teams in a pure way, and they make the game like it's a true gentleman's game. So I think that's pretty common there, because cricket was also born in England. So I think their attendance is pretty common, and their support for the Test cricket is very good, and it is fair. I think it's a good number. 85 to 90% is good. Now, if we move to India, who are also part of the big 3, India have a gradually decreasing number in Test cricket, excepting the famous stadiums like Wankhede Eden Gardens or Narendra Modi Stadium, or if you say the Bengaluru Chinnaswamy Stadium. The numbers are different there, because if Test cricket is played in the unpopular venues like Nagpur, Rajkot, Visakhapatnam, etc., there the number is like 15 to 30%, which is very low. In country like India, where cricket is very popular and cricket is dominating over other sports, so I think their Test cricket is not much. Test cricket's attendance is not much increasing in terms of the attendance in unpopular stadiums, like I said. So I think this is a thing because of which I think test cricket survival has been questioned, and it's a pretty questionable thing for us, for a country like India, where they are very dominating in this in not this, in this format, but in this game. Now, if we move into the rest of the world, like Pakistan, New Zealand, South Africa, etc., there the test cricket number is more decreasing, as it's below 20%. Even it's below India. India's rate is 15 to 30%, and the rest of the world's rating is capacity percentage is below 20%. So that's a very concerning number, and the reason behind it is high ticket pricing, the people's busyness in work, and they don't have time to spend hours in test cricket, where 6+ hours game is played every I means 5 day. So it's a pretty concerning thing for the cricket world, as countries like South Africa, Pakistan, New Zealand, Bangladesh, etc., their people are not showing their interest for test cricket. Rather, they are showing their interest for the shorter format of the games, like T20 or ODIs, where the game time is much shorter. So I think that's a pretty concerning number, and maybe the test cricket can get died at first in a country like South Africa, New Zealand, and Pakistan. So the decrease in attendance of test cricket depends on four factors. First is the economic factor, economic reality. The second is the T20 paradigm. Third, the unequal scheduling, and fourth is the infrastructural facility. So let's if in terms of economic problems, like if a person, or if a fan wants to watch test cricket, so it's difficult for them to spend on if there's a 5 day test match, then it's difficult for them to buy especially in countries outside India, rest of the world, where the ticket price is higher. So it's difficult for them to buy tickets, then pay for food, pay for like the transportation for 5 days. So it's difficult, and therefore people often prefer OTT and OTT's subscriptions, where one time payment is enough to watch 5 day test cricket sitting in the house. Also because of work and everything, it gets difficult for them to manage. Then the T20 paradigm. So in T20 paradigm, it's pretty clear that T20 is more popular than test cricket nowadays. People often prefer T20 because it's in a suitable time, it's in an evening slot, so they can come from work and enjoy T20 cricket in stadiums. Though the ticket price is a bit higher there in compared to test cricket, but still they prefer T20 cricket because that's more entertaining because of the sixes and all that. More than test cricket, it's more entertaining, and also it's had gained a popularity over the world because of the players evolving and etc reasons. So that's also a reason. Then third, if you say, it's the infrastructural facility. So in infrastructural facility, I mean many stadiums which are not popular do not have that proper infrastructure in terms of proper shades and seats, because in a 5 day test match the sun will be there, pretty hot season will be there if it's in summer. So proper shade should be there so that people don't get that sunlight direct in their eyes. Also many reasons are there, proper seats should be there so that it should be comfortable for a 5-day test match. So infrastructure is also a reason. Then if we say like improper scheduling, that is normally if you will notice that if countries like India, Australia, if they're playing against countries like New Zealand or even Bangladesh, Pakistan. India doesn't play against Pakistan, but other countries, even it's again Afghanistan or etc., smaller nations, the form not the form not the series is made shorter, and it's normally a 2 test match series. Remember the last Afghanistan test, it was a one-off test against India. Then when South Africa came here, it was 2 test match series. So the series is smaller, therefore people also don't get that interest to see test cricket and go there, and it's often scheduled in weekdays, so it's also difficult to manage for the people to get come from like put aside their work and watch test cricket. So these are the 4 major factors why or the most major reasons because of which test cricket is dying in several countries. Now in section 3 we will talk about the modern gameplay dynamics about test cricket, how the game has changed in terms of its speed and all. So in modern gameplay dynamics, test cricket has changed very much. We get less draw matches, and the results are pretty decisive nowadays, and they end up within 3 days or 4 days. Not even a 5 days test match happens nowadays. So it's because of the change in the mindset of the teams, especially in England, where Brandon McCallum, when he came to coach England in test cricket in all the formats, right, especially in test cricket, he came up with a baseball method, which is baseball, we say the baseball era, where the test cricket is played like ODI or T20 cricket. It's a different, test cricket is moved to a different level. So that's the reason how, because of England, the other countries like India and also the other countries have adopted that environment, and that's the reason why test cricket's result is pretty decisive, and we get less draw matches right now. And also the gameplay is getting shorter, the results are getting shorter. Now there are many other reasons, but this was a main reason, because of the changing the gameplay or the modern gameplay dynamics in test cricket. Otherwise structural changes are there, like WTC, World Test Championship, has been introduced in test cricket format, where a points table is made, and there is a cycle, like now the recent cycle is 25 to 2027 cycle, where teams who are entitled to play test cricket, who are entitled under ICC, will play a series across the year, and they will gain points. The top 2 teams will play the final of WTC, which will be a 5 normal test cricket format, and it will be only a one match. It will be a WTC World Test Championship final. So that's also a reason why the people has also gained some interest by seeing such newer formats. Earlier, at the end of the cycle, the team used to get their whoever was in the top was used to get their test mace, but now it's different, and now it's changed. So this was the section 3, where we talk about the speed and the evolution of test cricket. Now moving to the verdict, that's my verdict about test cricket, is that Test cricket is not ending or it's dying. It has changed. It is centralized. Centralized in the sense people now often prefer to watch in OTTs, in Geo Hotstar. In the India versus England's Test series last year, Geo Hotstar recorded a record 81.5 million views across the Test series. So people have not moved on from Test cricket; they have just changed their perspective and mode of seeing the game. That's all. Otherwise, it has been now a business right now more than playing a cricket, more than playing of cricket. So Test cricket is going nowhere. Neither is dying. It's rather evolving, and it will maybe in coming years it will be in a next level, and we will see infrastructural changes as well in the Test cricket. So this was for today, guys. Do let me in the comments what's your verdict. Is Test cricket dying or is Test cricket evolving? What do you think? And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, press the bell icon, and if you like the video, do like, comment, share. I am King Shukra signing off from Cricket Kinetic. Thank you.
वीडियोस बनाने हैं फिल्मोरा है ना।